Dr. Shahira Abdullah.
Mr. Deputy Speaker, the Police Force Amendment Bill will enable the Singapore Police Force to continue to keep Singapore safe and secure in an increasingly complex operating environment. On the whole, I do support the bill. However, there are certain queries or concerns I have, which I will put forth. Firstly, I have some concerns for Section 17, which empowers the Commissioner of Police and Deputy Commissioner to delegate their powers to non-police personnel in leadership positions within SPF if they are unable to carry out their duties. Currently, the Commissioner may only delegate his and the Deputy Commissioner's powers to police officers in leadership positions within SPF. A non-police personnel may not have the same experiences as a police officer. Therefore, I would like to clarify in what instances the Minister envisages the need to execute Section 17. Secondly, I would like to refer to Section 26, which allows forced entry in order to protect the life, health, or safety of the person. I feel this is especially pertinent and important in domestic violence cases, where the victim may be in imminent danger. Just in January this year, the Minister of State for Home Affairs, Muhammad Faisal Ibrahim, had said that there was a 10% increase in family violence cases every month between April and December last year. Having this amendment will add another layer of protection to the victims, as it allows the police officers to render help immediately, as time may be of the essence in such cases. However, I would still call for caution when executing forced entry. There should be clear guidelines on what is considered a reasonable situation for it, and all the officers should be suitably trained before being able to exercise these powers. Limits should be clearly stated. This may be particularly important in domestic violence cases where it is not clear or easy to determine if a crime is being committed in the premises. Additionally, in cases of forced entry, there may be circumstances in which there may be damage to the premises, or instances when the forced entry is actually not warranted. I would therefore like to clarify if there is proper recourse available to the premise owner in such cases. Thirdly, I welcome the fact that forced entry is not applicable to persons who may be attempting suicide. I do agree that these are very complex and possibly emotionally charged situations. Officers who do not understand the ramifications of forcing entry into premises occupied by a suicidal person may run the risk of making matters worse. The person they are trying to help may end up seriously injured or dead, with the officer as a contributing factor, intentionally or otherwise. For example, in February, officers had to force their way into a Toa Payoh flat after a 64-year-old man locked himself in his room and threatened to commit suicide. The man charged towards the officers and allegedly stabbed a police officer in the thigh. I would also like to clarify, though, whether units such as the Crisis Negotiation Unit are today already empowered to force entry to premises in attempted suicide cases, given that attempted suicide has been decriminalized since 1st Jan 2020. And if they do have the requisite powers, what sort of legal protections are offered to them in the event that their actions led to undesirable consequences for the suicidal individual? Lastly, for Section 120A, which relates to the granting of permission for the manufacture or sale of police uniform or insignia, may I suggest the word written be inserted before the word permission in the revised section, meaning the section should be amended to read has the written permission of the Commissioner for clarity and transparency of procedure. Mr. Deputy Speaker, sir, all in all, I believe the amendments will allow the police to carry out their functions more effectively, and therefore I support the bill. Before ending, I would also like to congratulate the Singapore Police Force on celebrating their 200th anniversary. May they continue their good work for many more years to come. Thank you.